Sandra lived in the large, rambling house of Chief Obi, a man whose kindness was as vast as his compound. Yet, Sandra often felt a restless itch. Her pride whispered that she was too grand to be second to anyone, even the quiet wisdom of a chief's wife. "I must go," she announced one cool morning, folding her finest wrapper. "My worth is too great to be measured by another's wealth. I will forge my own path." Chief Obi looked at her, his face a map of quiet sorrow, but he did not argue. The world outside the compound gates was louder and colder than she remembered. Sandra walked with her head held high, convinced that success would greet her like a relative. Freedom, she thought, was a palace built only with willpower. But willpower doesn't pay for the roof, nor does pride cook the soup. The small room she rented was often dark. The jobs she found were fleeting, and the promises of a grand life never quite materialized. Her shoes grew thin, and her spirits grew heavy. Back in the chief's house, time did not stand still. Chief Obi found solace in the quiet, steady devotion of Ada. Where Sandra had seen status, Ada saw only the man. Where Sandra had demanded attention, Ada offered peace. Weeks turned into months. Sandra's pride, once a shield, now felt like a heavy, waterlogged cloak. She remembered not the chief's wealth, but the simple, unearned warmth of his presence, the steady rhythm of a home built on trust. With a trembling heart, Sandra made the journey back. Surely, she told herself, the chief will understand. He will welcome me, for my pride is gone, and only my true self remains. She pushed the gate open. The compound looked the same, yet utterly changed. She saw Chief Obi not alone, but laughing, a soft, true laugh she had rarely heard, with Ada, whose hands were covered in flour from the day's baking. The sight struck her not as a punishment, but as a quiet truth. It wasn't the chief's title that made his life rich, but the gentle humility of the person who shared it. Sandra realized her true love had not been for the man, but for the idea of being his great lady. She closed the gate quietly and began her walk, no longer with the demanding swagger of pride, but with the measured steps of acceptance. She knew then that a good home is not a prize to be won, but a garden to be tended. Chief Obi and Ada, hearing no sound, continued their afternoon. Their marriage was not one of grand pronouncements, but of everyday care, a quiet shelter built on mutual respect. This was the true chiefdom. And so, the world teaches us this: pride is a loud, fickle master, but true love is a quiet, patient friend. If you wait for life to crown you for your supposed worth, you may miss the chance to simply build